Well, good morning, guys. Abraham here at the acres. I was gonna say, do you hear that? I hear a few peeps, but I'm gonna say I've never, I don't think, done a little thing like this before. I think some people call it a little rant. I don't think I've done it before, but you can let me know in the comments if I have, sort of. But this one I'm gonna say is hopefully a little rant that is going to help out maybe myself and where our birds came from. So I just put our birds in here and had planned on videoing and showing all that action, dipping of heads, all that stuff. I decided not to, because instead I took pictures because we have many dead. I had 100 birds ordered. I'm not sure why, but 108 arrived. I've never had that before. Maybe one extra, but it was 108. And but I have many birds. Well, you know what I'm gonna say. This video is gonna be sort of short, and it may show a little bit more than maybe you'd want a child to see. And we have 29 that are dead on arrival. I think anywhere from 10 to 20 more will probably die yet today. I'm not sure. I'm trying to give them a chance. Not even sure what I'm going to see when I open it back up. It's been about an hour or so. But before I get to that, just real quick, why did the birds have to be in the mail for 3 days? Not 24, not 48, but what's after that? 64 hours in the mail before they got to me. Shouldn't have happened. The egg yolk that the birds are having when they're inside the egg, that's supposed to hold them over, that 24, 48 hours. And then, they're good to go. They're warming, they're getting their feathers all good, nice and dry, and they're being a little baby bird, learning how to walk, learning how to peck. Nutrients aren't vital in those first 24, 48 hours, but after that they are. And so when you're going 3 days through the mail process to get them to a location, that just cannot happen. How can something living be in the mail that long without proper nutrient? So for those who are maybe watching, have you had this happen? Is there something going on with the post office that living things such as chicks are not getting through to their owners, and therefore they're dying, they're not making it? What can we do then to even help out our hatchery? I mean, my hatchery is only a few hours away, and we talked about, well, do we just drive down and get our 100 birds, or do we have to up it to maybe 150 to make the drive worth it, for 4 hours to get birds that are going to be right out healthy and living right away versus so much death already? So just really a bummer. I don't know. I try not to go on anything with the bird bandwagon and so much stuff through the news, and I don't even want to even think that this is related to that the post office could be related to this. And by the way, this is not our post office called us right away this morning upon arrival. It's it's as it's coming from the hatchery to our post office that it took 3 days to go through the whole system. So I'm gonna open it up. I did not take out the boxes with the other dead birds in, so you might see that a little bit, just so you know. Again, information for me of could have I maybe done something different? Do I need to drive that 2 hours to, I don't even know, 2 hours, could be 220. I'm not even sure. I've never put it in, but I know it's at least 2 hours away to get the birds. Or is there something different, or is this just something that's informative to try to let other people know, and people need to do their jobs? And when you see something alive that says, well, I can say here, let me open it up. I forget what it says. Oh, here's what it says. Please rush live baby chicks. So So I'll leave one in. So by the way, if you look at numbers, and I'm trying not to show too much, maybe you'll see just the edge of it, but there's 4 compartments. There was 22 birds in each one, okay? And then the other box had 20 birds in, is how it was. Alright, so that's 4 more, you know, already an hour later. So that's 33 now. But they should be in past. You know, the birds are just peeping away, and you couldn't even hear them before I really opened it up. You should have been able to hear them. And they're moving around more like this group here, so I'll get them closer. Everybody in there, whom I can tell, is still living yet, but I'd say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know. It's gonna be more that aren't gonna make it. So, all right, let me get you closer. Hold on for a little jostle here. Let me pull that out here. All right, so there they are. You know, any of these that are like running around and stuff, they're all gonna make it. So, yeah. I like animals. That's why we're doing what we're doing. We like babies, baby chicks, so cool. But to not even have a chance once they arrive that they're already not living, that really makes it sad. Right, guys? You lost some of your siblings. By the way, I did talk with the hatchery, and they're the ones that had told me that they've been struggling with the mail service, and they're the ones also told me that they were 3 days in the mail. So they are trying to get things figured out, and you know, why is it what it is. Also, I just, you know, I guess the part I don't understand is if you have a struggle with a service, that's fine, but how about the people that are running that service, that they could hear these baby chicks chirping and they just let them be. They said, oh, they're not next on our departure date, so they're just gonna sit there. When the box says rush, something's living in there. And I was getting to the hatchery. They're standing behind it. They're going to give us chicks. We're going to take them at the end because we had 3 batches of 100 coming. So we're going to have a 4th round coming, and we're just going to incorporate that into the end. Prayerfully, this isn't going to happen again. At least to such an extent. Like normally we have 1, maybe 3 that we lose from shipping, and that's it. And then we don't lose any after that. The birds have done really well. But we'll see. I just that there is so little movement from so many others. We'll see. I think what I'll do is I'm gonna get another water one, just so it's right like within inches of another one. And so what do we got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, maybe 30 look really good. And then what did I say? So yeah, about another 30 or so are, yeah, that this whole group that's extended this way. That to me does not look good. Just does not look good. I got three heat lamps going, but you know, some are a little further under and some are a little further away, and then you have, you know, this group here that's really chirping, so that's the lively group, along with these 10 over here, lively. Show. But you know what? I said this wasn't gonna be very long. Oh my word, we're already at 10 minutes. How can that be? But it's gonna be at least one more minute because I gotta end this on a bright spot, right? No one can end tragedy. Yes, it's only baby chicks, but still, I wanna give them a chance. And I think the people who hatched them, they don't wanna say, oh, here, we hatched this many, let's just throw 40% into the garbage right away, even though they're living, because you know what? They're not gonna make it. So, whew, over that. As I'm walking down to the baby piggies, so I gotta end you with really cuteness. Got the cattle moved. They're into the second paddock, so I've been giving them big space to get the first round of grass moved. No babies yet if you haven't seen or heard. June 10th would be the earliest we would have a baby when we look back on when the boar was there. And all right, so just in a few seconds here for these. Hi Mama Pig, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Yeah. All right, we're gonna show your babies. Where are your babies? Oh, there they are. Look at all those babies. Anybody want to be filmed? Oh, look at that. And some even have like that one over there. Has little things hanging off the side of its neck. Okay, guys. There, I had to give you an enlightened part there. They're so cute. So cute. 10 cute little baby piggies that are just over a week old. Yeah. Okay, guys, if you have any advice on this, or you know, think I should have done something different, or what the hatchery maybe could have done, or post office done, you know, throw it in the comments, or you know, let them, if you know people, let them know or encourage somebody. But 3 days, three days in the mail, way too long for at least a baby chick. All right, guys, you have a great one. Thanks for watching, and I'll try and get a house update coming out here in a little bit as well.